Call the meeting to order. Roll call, Mr. Ferrari.
Mr. Accomando. Mrs. Braley.
Present.
Mr. Gehrig.
Present.
Mr. Havison.
Present.
Ms. Nasello.
Here.
Mr. Quinn.
Here.
Mrs. Robinson. Mrs. Kinapieko.
Present.
Mr. White.
Here. We stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all members of the Board of Education and the Bergen Record in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, 1975.
Speaking to everyone here from Long School, so it's great to see the showing that we have from our Long School students, parents, staff. We're always excited to have these presentations and to have so many of you here to show off what you're doing and highlight your work is really exciting to us. I want to introduce our principal at Long School, Mr. Marcassani, who's only been with us in the district for a very short time, but has really had quickly had a tremendous impact. So, Mr. Marcassani, you can kind of take over the presentation from here and introduce what we're going to see.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sticking it down tonight. It's like all long morals here. It's wonderful. This is a special night, and I'm glad we're make it out. We're doing three different things tonight. First, we're going to hear part of our student government, and then there's special presentations we're going to have of August of the month, and we'll learn more about that program in a second. And we'll finish with a special program that we have in the school this year, where more students for positive behavior as well as doing good things in the classroom, things like that. I'll look out on that as well. So let's start off. During this swam, would you like to begin with the song?
Sure, and we'd also like Mr. Michael Gallo to come up. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, as Mr. Marcassani said, we started student government as a club in Long Memorial. Our executive board consists of 5th and 6th graders, of which Michael is one, a 6th grader and board member. It is also open to other students in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade who want to volunteer their time and help out with some of the endeavors that the student government has already begun and will begin, and that is basically what our slideshow is about tonight. What you see is what we've been up to. One of the first things that they had to do, they got an opportunity to choose. I'll give a little bit of background for those who don't know. Every year, the Long Memorial teachers have a theme. We all dress the same for Halloween. And it's always been a big surprise, but this year, the student government got in on the surprise a little bit, somewhat. They had some choices, and they were able to arrange a vote, and all the students in the school got to vote on our costumes this year. And the winning choice was they wanted to find out, since we were already going to have a new mascot, what they wanted the teachers to dress up as. They decided that they should dress up as the mascot, so they would find out two things at once. They would find out who the new mascot is and the surprise theme this year. So we are now the LMS Lions, as you can see.
So far this school year, they've been working very hard at trying to implement some things. We just had the executive board start about a month ago. So one of the things they chose to do in the month of October was to recognize breast cancer awareness, and they organized a Go Pink Day where all the students received a pink ribbon, and they helped make all of them. And they also had all their other student council members come to a meeting, and they had them help them make those ribbons. And all the students dressed in pink that day to show their support of breast cancer. And also we had them choose a winner in each grade level of who was the most pink for the day. So that's one thing that we've organized so far.
Okay, this is what we're currently working on, and Michael has assured me that anytime he wants to speak up, he will. But he's not yet. We're not good yet. He wants to wait till the very end, and he's going to end with a flourish. You got to see it. He does this trick. I won't ruin it. But We are currently hard at work organizing a food drive, and I'd like to say that this is kind of a joint effort. Nicole Kalinowski, who is present this evening, approached the student government. She's part of the environmental club, but she wanted to actually come together and organize this food drive. This time of year, a few weeks, we're all going to have way too much food on our plates. I'll probably fall asleep on the couch with so much tryptophan, but it's a time to, Nicole reminded us it's a time to think of others, and that's part of what we do at Long Memorial. We try to be civic-minded and understand the needs of others. So she approached us with this idea. The executive board talked about it, loved the idea, and they decided to run with it. And what you see here is this was actually my classroom the other day, with many, many volunteers hard at work, spreading the word and getting the information out all over the building. So for those of you who have children who maybe they're not going to tell you about the food drive, now you know.
Things that just in terms of the school year, I think our goals for the student council, this being our first year, and we've discussed with them, is that this is the first time we've had it at Long Memorial, and really it being something that they're running and that they're accountable for, and ideas that they really have to bring to the school and to make the climate of the school a better place. So things that we are going to be doing from here on out that we've talked about is they'll be in charge of organizing different spirit days. So, moving forward throughout the year, Mr. Marcassani is a big fan as well of having days where the kids are able to come in and dress up in a variety of different things and maybe have that once a month. And that's something that the kids are going to come up with on their own. And then once they decide on those days, we will implement them and choose what day we'd like to do them.
Another idea was kind of neat. It's very inspiring to watch this process of student government. And when Nicole came to us with the idea of the food drive, it spurred conversations of what other kind of drives can we have. The polar vortex is coming back, sorry to say, and they're very concerned about those who don't have enough clothing. So that was part of it, organizing a clothing drive during the winter months. There's also, if you want to click ahead, there's also, we know that there are other holidays coming about, and they were also very concerned about collecting toys for needy children. Toys for Tots that was one of the ideas that they had of doing a toy drive for children in need. It really does make you proud when, this wasn't something that Ms. Grant or myself had suggested. This was students coming together and deciding that there's a need and we want to do something about it. And I'm proud that they were able to do that, and I'm also proud to be part of that process, as I know Ms. Grant is as well. And it's just inspiring to watch them get together and decide what they want to do for our community. Is there anything you want to say, Michael? And humble as always. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Very much. I also want to mention too, I have only been here a couple months, and I want to tell you that it's been a super start that I've had at Long Memorial, and each part of the staff. A number of staff members here tonight. Some donuts down there as well. Daniel was here. Molly was on the house. I'm sorry, I know Molly, my previous issue, and say that a couple times. Spelled the same way. So I think Mr. Martinez appreciate everybody teaching. So thank you for coming out and supporting what's going on back in this one as well. You're only showing your staff, and it's one thing you learn right away. And when I came into Long Memorial, we staff. They shared some ideas. They're real excited about them, and there's a lot of things happening in the district. New programs, new trainings. Of course, SGOs in place, and now the teacher observations have been done. While also going on teacher planning lessons and constantly coming new ways and better ways to improve instruction and help kids. While that's all going on, they're buying into all these new ideas that I'm helping the school that they've also brought in their ideas to make it even stronger. So we're working really well as a full solid team right now, and looking forward to the rest of the school year and continue to build. But before we get to the last part of my presentation, I do want to bring a big reason why we're here tonight too, is to recognize all the wonderful authors at Long Memorial School. And we're really proud of everybody here that is here tonight. Worked very hard, and all their writings are being showcased in the big glass case to come to Long Memorial School. So if you can't stop that, just keep in the glass of the case, and you'll see some real good stuff. So this time I'll introduce Ms. Volati, and we've got a program, and we have some special certificates to give out to our authors.
So most of you know I'm Mrs. Ferlanti and Miss Laub and Miss Grant. The three of us decided last year to start Author of the Month because my son's school did it, and it was so wonderful to see their faces in kindergarten light up, knowing that their writing piece was on the wall. So I came back to Long Memorial, as I do a lot, and I say, you know what, I got this idea, let's do it. And these two backed me up, and we decided to do Author of the Month, and it worked out great. That's a little bit about.
It doesn't matter. When you think Author of the Month, most people think, oh, it's going to be the best writer, or who has the most creative ideas. And it's more about boosting confidence, self-esteem, maybe who improved the most over a course of a month or a few weeks, or who has shown a great effort and a lot of strides towards their writing. It's not always necessarily who wrote the best piece. And it just really helps the kids in general. It makes them feel good about themselves. Like Mrs. Ferlanti said, they're proud, they get excited to see their name on the board. The parents get a letter home from the teachers. So it's an accomplishment that they get throughout the year as well.
And in our display case in the lobby right now, we have 15 gold frames. So there's a student in every class is chosen as Author of the Month, and their work is displayed there for the month with a gold frame around it. And the parents are able to write a love note, and the teachers can, and then it's displayed up there for the entire month. And again, we just wanted to bring attention to, especially since the district's going towards Writer's Workshop, it's about the writing process, and it's not always even the final product, but what effort you're putting into the steps along the way. So this month, we have our October Authors of the Month, and we wanted to bring them here tonight to honor them.
Okay, so for 6th grade, we have Nicole Kalinowski. And we have for 6th grade also Gracie Leone. For 5th grade, we have Justin Callie. And for 5th grade, Brian Vaspori. For 4th grade, Abigail DePerry. And for 4th grade, Jason Jones.
Ms. Ferlanti, why don't we have all students come stand up here in front?
Okay, go ahead.
Instead of behind the table.
So we get the picture.
Perfect. Yeah. No. Yeah. Third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And then for 3rd grade, we have Jacob Nunez. I don't think Jacob's here. And then we have Angelica Toribio. For 2nd grade, we have Alexa Costantino. And for 2nd grade, also Nicola Jujic. For 1st grade, we have Manir Carr. And then for first grade also, Vincent Lamagno. And for kindergarten, we've got Grace Chiapina. And for kindergarten also, Suri Khan.
So we can give them one more big round of applause for being so
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob, if I may, maybe just before we go on to the next segment, I'd actually like to give a rounding applause as well to the teachers for bringing the program in. It's obvious, you can see it in the children's faces, what a delight. And to have that kind of a program into the school system, I think is wonderful, and I applaud you as well.
I want to mention too, while I was looking around real fast, and also Miss Curtis right there too is teaching it. There's so many people here tonight, I can't find everybody. So I want to mention the Pride of the Lions program. Now this is the program I mentioned briefly that we wanted to start this year. Actually, to get this program up and running, it can take up to a year to get going, but we've managed to do it in under 2 months. So it's been great that we got it going so quickly, and not only did the staff and myself work real hard on it, but we also, the students were a huge part of how we got this program going. And everything from picking the mascot to a number of other things that have occurred. They've also voted for the name of our lion. It's Leo the Lion. And our school slogan is Roaring Towards Excellence now. So there's a lot of cool ideas they've been coming up with, and they're also going to have 3 golden rules they're going to eventually vote for as well. That will be in every classroom, that all the kids will know the 3 golden rules of school. But to tell you how this program works, the kids got real excited about it once we got started with it, and there's more coming with it, which I'll explain later. First, we'll go through the PowerPoint so you have a good idea of how the program works. Okay. We're going to attach this program to our core ethical values. Are you giving 100% is something I say every day on the announcements. As soon as I get done my announcements, I always say it, and they know it. You know, that's his catchphrase. That's what they told me after the first week of school. And I'll say, yeah, I'm going to say that every day. Are you giving 100%? Because if you're not, then we know we got to work harder. So I end the announcements every day by saying that. But these are our core ethical values that we will attach our program to. And our first big thing we're going to do, as I said, mention is our new rules we're going to have for every classroom, but they will all eventually attach themselves to this, all these core ethical values with our program. Grades in school. How does this program work? Well, the kids get tickets, and you'll learn about the tickets in a second. And the teachers give out these tickets for getting good grades in school, or they could showing good progress in the classroom. Maybe a child is struggling and they can't quite get 100%, but they showed a lot of improvement. Teacher might drop by walk by their desk and give them a ticket. Or maybe they're paying attention in class and they were struggling for a while. They'll drop a ticket on their desk. And the kids around them see when somebody gets a golden ticket, because then that also gets them excited about getting a golden ticket as well. The golden ticket system, they give out a ticket every time someone getting 100%. As I mentioned, with our core ethical values and doing well in school. What's on the golden ticket? Well, there's 2 things on it. A space to write the child their name, and then also a number representing each staff member in the school. We are going to get lanyards that are like this, where the ID will be placed in the front, and on the back will be a zipper, and it has the golden tickets in the back. And what it is sometimes you're busy, you're constantly grading tests as teachers, you're teaching your class, you walk around the room, maybe hand the golden ticket to the child, and you keep going. And you don't stop what you're doing. So it's very easy for the teachers and the staff to give these out. Not just the teachers, the custodians, cafeteria staff, all the aides. everybody that's involved in the school will be able to give out the golden tickets. So if anybody sees anybody holding the door, I gave it out to somebody that was coming in. They waited for me, and they opened the door. Here you go, Mr. Marcus. And I said, well, here you go. You get a golden ticket. And they know they write their name on it, take it back to their homeroom, and it goes into a special bin in each homeroom. I didn't just mention the special lanyards, and they deposit this ticket into their container in their homeroom. They remain in that bin for the entire week. And at the end of the week, the following Monday, when they come back to school, the students know that we're going to spin the wheel. I'm going to get the wheel right now, so you have an idea what this is about. This is exciting.
I love it.
All right. So, on your boardwalk wheel, you got a bunch of ball prints, all their different colors, and each color will represent. Okay, so each color represents a different prize. One of the prizes might be wear your favorite hat in school. Another prize might be get free homework night, one particular subject. Another prize is your favorite game in the gym class, and then also the one that won this week for our first week, free snack in the cafeteria. Whatever. Poor man. But it was a good prize, so they got real excited about it. So we spin the wheel like this, and we have our 2 people from student council that are witnessing it, so they know I can't lie. And we put the phone right next to it on the intercom system, and the kids hear the spinner going, and they said, all the best, we got real quiet. So even though they didn't know what it landed on, we told them, and each homeroom teacher pulled out one ticket out of the homeroom bin. And whatever ticket they pulled out, that's the child that won. And those passes were given to the students, and then they went to the cafeteria. Now, this is where it continues, okay? Because this program, I did a lot with it and learned different things about it. Because with any program you start, you're running into glitches, problems. Like somebody gets a golden ticket, and the person next to them goes, "I want a golden ticket." You know, and so what are ways we can do things to keep the kids motivated in the classroom that their neighbor got a golden ticket? And what will happen is the marking period competitions we started up just now, and the first marking period is a soccer theme. And what we do, Al, is just like in the boardwalk games where the kids get skee ball tickets, and you get tickets and you weigh your tickets. All the tickets come down in that bin that we told you about during each homeroom, and we weigh the bins. And then whatever weight it is corresponds to a certain amount of goals. And then if you go to the next screen, each one is a theme for each marking period. You can see the different sports. And then there's a new chart. As soon as you come into the Long Memorial School now, and it has all the class names, and the first week scores are up there, and based on the weight, the goals were given. So actually, K-3 is in a competition for a pizza party. And right now, Miss Wiss's class, she had 3 goals because she had so many tickets, so the weight of her tickets was a lot more. And then we have a tie going on in grades 4 to 6, and 2 goals each. See right here by Murray. But this is the chart they will look at each week, and they'll be able to follow their progress and see what they're doing. And Mrs. Wissy here tonight, she said she was trying to make it out. She mentioned to me, she came at the end of the day, and she goes, kids came back, and they go, we're in first place. We got to stay there. So we got to keep getting these tickets. So anytime a neighbor gets a ticket in the classroom, and it's more like good job instead of getting upset anymore. So we have a whole class goal. And continuing with the goals, a little further, you go to the next screen too. Grab this. You dump the tickets in the bin. There's a big bin too at the end. And all the tickets can be dumped in here. As you can see, they'll come down to the wheel and dump them in here. And then there's lines on the bin. Each line represents a school-wide goal. So the students know at some point they're going to win something. So that's the good thing. If we don't win each week, you're still going to have a chance to win something. So the first line might be extra recess for your homework. Or maybe you'll have another dress down day. Maybe a board game period. You can bring your board game for one period and play a board game. There's a number of things. Oh, and the big one, yeah. This is the one that's going to sell really big. This has got to be the top line. no homework in the entire school in any subject for that night. That's got to be planned 4 weeks in advance. So all the teachers don't get upset because they're like, that's not planned. I do the same way. So that's the big one. So we'll keep down the top line, give you something to go with. So that's what that is for. That will be located as soon as you come into the school, so it's very visible to the students. Staff. Staff can win something too. That's the cool thing here as well. As I mentioned, there's 2 things on the ticket: a student's name and a staff number. Once a month, we'll go to the big bin. We'll pull out 1 ticket. Whatever number's on the ticket, we'll get like a $10 gift certificate for something. So the more staff member tickets they have in there, the better chance they have winning the prize as well. So that also is something that the staff is excited to hear too. There's a little incentive there, which is nice. And I have one too, so I have a chance to win too. It's not going to be fixed if I win, just so you know. I got the next one there. And the rewards, I always want to get more ideas. Anything free is really receptive to me. I like that idea a lot. So if you got free rewards that are really cool rewards we could do, that's even better. As I mentioned before, the big ticket bin, here are some of the prizes as well. Continuing on, we're going to also develop a committee that I'm going to open up to the whole staff, and we're also going to evaluate each month how it's going and find ways to make it better throughout the school year. Something else we're working on too is we're getting special prizes donated, and the new mascot logo will be on all of the prizes. There will be a drawstring bag, a water bottle, frisbee, pencils, and one other thing too. I think it's on my head. But there's just 5 prizes. And what's going to happen is once the prizes arrive, every day I'm going to go in the big bin and pull out 1 ticket. And whichever name I pull out wins one of the prizes that day. And the great thing is buying it in bulk, so we're getting hundreds and hundreds of these prizes. And the PTA, I want to thank them. They have. They're the ones putting the money up for the prizes. And so I told them the way this is, the amount of prizes we get, we'll be set for the next 2 years. So, and that's prize every day with the kids. So that keeps it exciting, fun every day. They know a ticket's going to be drawn, a chance to win a prize. And I've told them now, we haven't got the prizes yet, but think about it. You keep getting tickets now, and you have a lot of tickets in that bin when the prizes arrive, you get a really good chance of getting a prize right away. So, there's a lot of students coming up to me every day. I got 4 more tickets today, Mr. Brooks. I got 3 more tickets today. So there's a lot of excitement. And it seems like it's going to be a really good program, so we're excited about it. And if you have any ideas, let me know, because I'm always open to new ideas. I think I mentioned in the past to you before that no matter how good you are at something, there's still a better way. And I always believe that. So I'm sure there's other ideas you're thinking of right now, like, wow, we could do this and that with it. So let me know those great ideas. And that's our program. So I hope you liked it.
So, thank you so much to all the staff and students and parents for being a part of the presentations. And the one thing, as we listen to all of this, I think the common theme that we see is about everything that's happening at Long School is about empowering the students. And it's obvious that everybody who's a part of the Long School community understands that it's their school, and they need to have an influence into what happens in their school and a voice in their school. And that's obviously something that, whether it's the student of the month the author of the month or the student council, character education program, all of these things are about motivating students and connecting them to the school and getting them excited about being in school. And that's obviously the kind of environment that we have. There's a lot of work that goes into that, so I really thank everybody who's a part of it. You should have a lot to be proud of. To all the students who won Author of the Month, you certainly have a lot to be proud of. That's really an impressive accomplishment. So again, thank you for being here. And I guess the only unfortunate part is Mr. Marcassani just doesn't have enough energy. Next time. All right. So thank you. It's terrific.
Thank you.
So a motion to take a 5-minute recess?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need a motion to go back into open session?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're back in open session. I need a motion right now to open the meeting to the public for items on the agenda only.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Residents are requested to state their names, addresses, and subject matter. In the event it appears the public comment portion of the meeting may exceed 45 minutes, the presiding officer may limit each statement made by a participant to 5-minute duration. Issues raised by members of the public may or may not be responded to by the board. All comments will be considered and a response will be forthcoming if and when appropriate. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Specifically, comments regarding students and employees of the board are discouraged and will not be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws of New Jersey. The board bears no responsibility nor will it be liable for any comments made by members of the public. Members of the public should consider the comments in light of the legal rights of those affected or identified in their comments to be aware they are legally responsible and liable for their comments. Anybody from the public should be heard for agenda items only? Seeing none, motion to close the meeting for the public.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? It's time to turn it over to the business administrator, Mr. Bryan.
Thank you, President White, and please excuse my voice, I'll do my best. This evening I have for action for the board, the October minutes, checks, and financial reports on the items 4A through 4F.
Motion.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Mrs. Borelli,
Yes.
Mr. Gurick,
Yes.
Mr. Hazelton,
Yes.
Mrs. Nasello,
Yes.
Mr. Quinn,
Yes, abstain from 4, item A, through C.
Mrs. Canapico,
Yes.
Mr. White.
Yes.
Just one other item, I have just reading into the minutes, the unofficial board election results from November 4th. I'll just read in alphabetical order. Mr. Carmine Buffy, 1,027 votes. Ms. Sarah Sanchez, 1,069 votes. And Mrs. Sylvia Zanarelli, 926 votes. And that concludes my report.
Student representative tonight. So I'm turning the meeting over to Dr. Katz.
We have no additional updates since Monday night, so we can move into action items under student services. A motion for items 1 through 7.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
The only addition from Monday night's meeting is number 7, which is the affirmation of the HIV case that we discussed in closed session on Monday.
Roll call.
Mrs. Borelli,
Yes.
Mr. Gurick,
Yes.
Mr. Havison,
Yes.
Ms. Nasello,
Yes, but I'll be abstaining from A7.
Mr. Quinn,
Yes.
Mrs. Canapico,
Yes.
Mr. White.
Yes.
Okay, curriculum motion to approve item 1.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Just to remind what we spoke about on Monday, that this is the change in the Saturday program that we've had for a few years as part of our school improvement plan. Mr. Lawler made a recommendation to move this to after school because we have low attendance in the Saturday program and we wanted more students to attend, and we thought after school, obviously be more likely to have that.
Roll call.
Mrs. Borelli,
Yes.
Mr. Gurick,
Yes.
Mr. Havison,
Yes.
Ms. Nasello,
Yes.
Mr. Quinn,
Yes.
Mrs. Canapico,
Yes.
Mr. White.
Yes.
Business board motion for all items 1 through 8.
Second.
Just,
On number 8, Mr. Petty has an adjustment
yes,
to
we
that.
have an adjustment to the cost there, a change in an option and also a trade-in for our 2002 bus. So the number is reduced down to $92,156.16.
Mr. Carter, Marino.
So I don't know if we actually did that motion. We should call for it again. All right, so call for a motion for items 1 through 8.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Again, nothing new from Monday. other than that.
Roll call?
Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Keurig?
Yes.
Mr. Havison?
Yes.
Mrs. Masello?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Canipico?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Policies, all first readings, so there's no need for a motion tonight. So negotiations.
Make a motion on negotiation.
Mr. Wright's going to call for that.
He has to read it first.
A motion to approve an addendum to the agreement between the Saddlebrook Board of Education and the Saddlebrook Education Association for the period of July 1st, 2013 to June 30th, 2015, for the attached exhibit 111214E.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Keurig?
Yes.
Mr. Havison?
Yes.
Mrs. Masello?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Canipico?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
I could clarify, the amendment is related to a stipend position. Personnel, motion for items 1 through 6.
Move.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to recognize Barbara Barba, who's a reading specialist at Franklin School and has been in our district for 20 years. In the classroom and also as a reading specialist, and obviously I've only had the opportunity to know her for a little more than a year. In her position as reading specialist, which is a very challenging position. You work with some students who have some of the highest needs in the school, and she made a tremendous impact on those students and really made a difference in helping them not only to build their skills, but to build their confidence. I think that's one of the things for me that stood out about her the most is her ability to really connect with students. And like we talked about with our presentations tonight at Long about motivating and engaging students in school, and I think that was something that we'll miss with Mrs. Barber is her ability to make students feel good about themselves and work even when they're having.
Roll call?
Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Keurig?
Yes.
Mr. Havison?
Yes.
Mrs. Masello?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Canipico?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
And motion for items 7 through 15.
So move.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, roll call?
Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Keurig?
Yes.
Mr. Havison?
Yes.
Mrs. Masello?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Canipico?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
And motion for items 16 through 25.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion?
I'll just point out item 25. This was, we spoke about this in closed session on Monday. This was the teacher research we were doing for the new special ed position at Long School, and we were able to complete that search and get that recommendation form out to everybody today. Hopefully you get a chance to see it. Mr. Mark Pisani and Mr. Rowe completed this search, and the committee, several teachers who were part of that, and also the teacher who went to the demo lesson and had a final interview today. So we did follow all of our steps and we were able to meet the time. The start date will be December 1st after she's able to get notice of the conversation.
Roll call?
Actually, I'm sorry, discussion real quick.
Mm-hmm.
On number 23, 1, are those title funds for the 2015 year? Because isn't she retiring as effective as of January 1st, 2015?
Yes, this is for the 14-15 school.
It's for the 14-15 school year, so I guess,
We'll be okay, we'll show the funds up until December.
thank you.
Anyone else? Roll call?
Mrs. Borelli?
Yes.
Mr. Keurig?
Yes.
Mr. Havison?
Yes.
Mrs. Masello?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Canipico?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes. Legal items, no discussion items, committee reports?
For committee, I guess I'll just submit mine. I know that obviously policies were discussed and approved tonight. I'm sure the report was read on Monday, but this is basically from our meeting on October 22nd, just for notes and today.
I can just follow up on Mrs. Robinson's report on the referendum from Monday. We did have our first information nights last night. Was at Franklin School, and we had a really good audience there. There was about 25 to 30 people who showed up. asked some really good questions. And hopefully we were able to answer those questions thoroughly and get the information out that we needed to. And, our architect was there, and our bond counsel was there, and several members of our referendum committee. Tonight was Washington School, which was a smaller showing, but it's a smaller school. There were only 40 students in the school, so that's not to be expected as well. We do have information nights next week too. Monday night is Long School, Wednesday is Smith, and Thursday is here at the middle school, high school. Information is all up on our district website. There's a referendum page, so if you want to see a flyer, there's an FAQ that's posted there, and information on all the projects. But again, I would encourage anybody to also come out to these nights to have anything clarified. And of course, if you can't make it, you can reach out to really any of us anytime, and we'll get those answers for you as well.
Seeing none, old business? Old business, new business? No new business? Okay. This time I need a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none? Anybody in the public wish to be heard? No? Okay. Motion to close the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion to adjourn meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Okay, future meeting, December 8th, 12th meeting at 7 p.m. here, and December 10th, regular meeting is here, 7 p.m. also. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.